I sit at the table with my phone in my hand. I haven't dialed yet. I didn't plan on calling customer service today, but something stopped working and I decided to be brave. At Basser San, bravery looks like making a phone call. I remember when calling a company was simple. The phone would ring and a person would answer. They would say hello. You would say hello back. There was no confusion about what was happening. Two people connected by a wire, speaking plainly. If you had a problem, you explained it. If they could fix it, they tried. If they couldn't, they said so. It wasn't perfect, but it was clear. That clarity was comforting. And I look at the phone again. It feels heavier than it should. I press the number and lift it to my ear. It rings. Then a recorded voice begins. It says, "Your call is important to us." I pause and nod. That's nice to hear. It continues. Press 1 for this, press 2 for that. I press 1. So far I'm doing well. I'm following instructions. I'm participating in the system, but then the options multiply. Press 2 for billing, press 3 for technical support, press 4 for something I didn't quite catch. I don't hear an option for, I just have a simple question. I hesitate. I choose a number and hope for the best. There's no way to confirm whether it was the right choice. The voice doesn't react to my uncertainty. It just moves forward. Then the music starts. It's meant to be soothing. Soft instrumental notes, repeating every few seconds. I hold the phone to my ear and wait. The music loops. I don't feel soothed. I feel suspended. As if I've stepped into a hallway with no doors. Time stretches in a strange way. When you're waiting for someone who may or may not appear, and when you wait at Basser San, your mind wanders. You think about why you called in the first place. You wonder whether the issue is urgent or whether you could live with it a little longer. You start calculating how much patience you have left today. You even think about lunch. Suddenly the music stops and the recorded voice returns. Please listen carefully as our options have changed. I believe that the options sound similar to before, but not exactly the same. I try to remember what I pressed the first time. I can't. I choose again, and another guess, another small leap of faith. At one point, I speak into the phone. I know it's a machine, but I try anyway. I just want to talk to someone. I wait, as if it might respond to tone or sincerity. It doesn't. The system continues as though I never spoke. I realize I'm trying to negotiate with something that doesn't negotiate. The music returns. The same song. We're becoming familiar with each other now. I recognize the pattern. I can almost predict when the flute will come in. My ear begins to ache slightly from holding the phone in one position. I shift in my chair. I switch hands. After a while, a quiet question forms in my mind. Is the problem worth solving today? Not in general. Just today. There's a difference. Some problems can wait. Some battles can be postponed. I'm not angry. I'm not even frustrated in a dramatic way. I'm just tired of explaining myself to something that cannot listen. I look at the clock. I've been on this call much longer than I expected. The original issue now feels smaller than the process required to address it. I think about the effort it takes to keep pressing buttons, to keep listening, to keep hoping that a human voice will eventually break through the music. So I make a decision. I pull the phone away from my ear and hang up. The silence in the room feels immediate and real. No music, no instructions. Just the quiet hum of the house. I place the phone on the table and sit back in my chair. Here's what I've learned. I don't need to solve everything in one attempt. Persistence doesn't always mean pushing through exhaustion. Sometimes it means pacing yourself. Next time, I'll write down my question clearly before I call. I'll choose a time earlier in the day when my energy is higher and my patience is stronger. And if I don't reach a human being, if I find myself once again listening to familiar music and pressing uncertain buttons, I'll allow myself to stop. There is dignity in trying. There is also dignity in deciding to try again tomorrow. For now, I relax in my chair. The problem is still there, but so am I. And that feels like enough for today.